Welcome to the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week gathering. I'm James Navé.
I'm Allegra Houston.
And on Saturdays, we gather with a group of people on Zoom. And we work for an hour. And within that hour time frame, we generate a piece of writing and we do it in 10 minutes. So we're going to give you the same experience today.
And why does it take an hour to write for 10 minutes? Well, because there's befores and afters, and that is the imaginative storm method, which Navé and I have developed, frankly, over the course of decades. So it's nothing very complex about it. It's actually super simple. But when you have a sort of, a series of steps that you can follow, it's a wonderful way to free your imagination and surprise yourself with what it will give you.
So we're going to give you the series of simple steps that we do every Saturday. So what we do first, everybody gathers. And by the way, if you want to go to imaginativestorm.com, there you will find the information on how to join us on Saturday. So we'd love to have you on the Zoom call on Saturday. For now, what we'll do is we will give you the same experience. So here's how it works. First thing we'll do is give you an image and time you for 2 minutes. And while you're looking at the image and responding to it, we would like for you to jot down words or phrases, not linked up writing, words or phrases based on your emotional response to the image, based on your imaginative response to the image.
Just a list, as Navé said, not joined up writing, a list of single words or very short phrases, let's say no more than 3 or 4 words. And you will have 2 minutes to do that starting now.
So what we also do on Saturday, after we generate our personal list, we go around the Zoom room and get one word or phrase from each person. And everybody on the call jots all of those words or phrases down on a piece of paper as well. So everyone at the end of the run through all of the people on the Zoom call, we all end up with our personal lists, which you have now, and our community list. So what Allegra will do is read you the community list we collected today. So you will have a community list to work with along with your personal list.
And you might want to jot these words and phrases down as you hear them, because I think there's, some value in that. But don't worry if you miss some or mishear them. That's fine too. Just, take whatever you hear. There's no way to do this wrongly. Um, and also, just to let you know, I will put this list back up on the screen during the 10-minute writing time. So it will be there for you to refer to. So here is today's community list. We like to think of it as our collective imagination. Time's a wastin', out in space, cosseted, contrived, skewed perception, mementos, it's all a blur. Stop watching. I keep a watch on time. I'm losing my eyesight. Mystery. Interesting, but what are they? Nightness. The hidden hands of time. Do you love me now that I can dance? Clock-faced, stone-faced. Hands of time expressed. Lacking clarity. Abstract eye exam. Through the ages. Folds of time. Lost youth. Whose peephole? Holy peaking. Split-brained. Holy lumens. Damn floaters. Moons belong. Halo. Circles in the night.
Circles in the night. Last item on the list, you could take that one item and create an entire story from that one item. You have your personal list and you have your communities, our community list. So you can do any combination of words you want as you move into the writing, 10-minute writing, timed writing that we're going to offer you now. And it's a way of letting your imagination dance with your rational mind and allow yourself to be fanciful, a bit illogical, maybe a lot illogical, and just make some imaginative poetic leaps.
And just to be clear, you can use as many or as few of the words on these two lists as you like. As Navé said, you might choose one and just go off from there and never look back at the lists at all. You might decide you want to use lots of the words. Maybe they're already starting to kind of, make some kind of interesting stew in your imagination. Or you might start off with one and go some distance and then feel yourself kind of flagging a little bit and then cast your eyes back on the two lists and your imagination will hook onto another word and that will give you a little bit more momentum to carry on. Sometimes people find themselves writing about how they don't know what to write and they write brilliantly about not knowing what to write. So you can write about anything at all or frankly, nothing at all. You don't have to write about the image that you saw. You don't have to use any of the words. Do whatever you like. The only goal here is not to try and write well, but just to surprise yourself, to let your imagination surprise you.
So your 10 minutes begins now. So now you have a complete new piece of work, an original piece of work. You generated it, it belongs to you, it's never been done before. We love to encourage people on our Zoom call to read their work aloud. And the way we do that, we go into the Zoom rooms and everybody just reads. It's a bit of an open mic opportunity. So, what we'd like to do is offer you that same opportunity. And here's how it works. Allegra, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you add
Okay.
a bit.
So usually if you think of an open mic, you're thinking there's a mic and there's an audience to listen to you. And maybe you don't have an audience in the room that you're currently in. But that is a misunderstanding. You do have an audience, and that audience is you. So you are your own open mic performer and your own audience. And when you develop this habit, this practice of reading what you wrote aloud, you will discover that your own body is your authenticity meter and also your applause meter. When you read something out loud that you like, you're going to get a little hit of dopamine. You're going to feel it in your body. You're going to get a little tingle of pleasure because you wrote that thing. When you read silently on the page, you don't get that because you're looking for what you don't like. You're looking for what you can change. But when you read aloud, you're not really changing much. Or if you are, you're changing it on the fly. And that is pleasurable as well. So reading your work aloud is both a fantastically good editing tool, but also a confidence building tool, a tool to push your writing toward what you yourself like best in your writing. So that will be the more original, the more surprising, the more authentic to you. And you don't need negative criticism to do that. Simply reading your writing aloud will push you in that direction effortlessly. So put us on pause now and read what you wrote aloud.
So, if you like what you've written, we have an opportunity for you to do something with it, which is to put it on our Imaginative Storm Circle community. And it's a place we've had for the 5 years. We've been doing this for 5 years, and people have put amazing amount of work up there, and there's great volume of it there. And we'd love for you to allow your work to join in as well. And so Allegra will now give you the instructions on how to put your work on our Imaginative Storm Circle community.
Go to imaginativestorm.com and click on community. You will see Imaginative Storm Circle. So you click on that, share your writing, no criticism, just appreciation. You can click on the image or on the button, and it will take you to the circle. You will have to sign in. If you haven't been there before, you will have to sign in with a username and a password. It's also free. And then click on Prompt of the Week. And under Prompt of the Week, you will see all of these prompts, almost 5 years worth. So you'll be able to work with any of those if you so choose. But I will click on today's. Here we have it. After I have finished this video via link here, join us on YouTube. You will see the image. You will see the word list. And then you will see what people wrote and what people commented on what people wrote. Sometimes people read what they wrote and upload the recording, as Stuart did here. And Regina gave hers a title. Not everybody does. And as you see, it's really very straightforward. You can like and reply to other people. And then if you would like to post what you wrote, you just click here in what are your thoughts, and you write, these are my thoughts, whatever you wrote to the prompt, and click post. And you're done.
Okay, so now you know how to share your work with our community, and we hope you do. The photo, it's a simple photo that I took. Allegra and I were out at a cafe outside. It was evening, still a lot of light, and I looked down through the table where we were sitting, and the table had round holes. And I thought, what would happen if I put my watch under the table and took a picture of my watch face through the hole in the table. So I shot the picture, and I said to Allegra, "Well, I don't know. This may or
That
may
didn't
not
really
work.
work, he said.
No, not so hot." She said, "Well, I don't know. Maybe it would." And then the more we looked at it, the more we realized it was worth offering up. So that's the credit for the photo.
Yeah. So, really anything can be a writing prompt. The point is to have a writing prompt, because if you don't have one, you're in your rational mind thinking, what should I write? No, that's the wrong thing to write. Oh dear, I hope this is going to be good when, and all of that kind of mental chatter that is, constantly there if there's nothing to displace it. But any kind of prompt, you can take words from packaging, you can take random photos or random images. Anything that starts you going is going to be valuable. So, that kind of writerly angst and struggle and, tearing your hair out with a bottle of scotch on the desk beside you is a myth. It's not necessary. You can go that way if you want to. We're not here to say you shouldn't go that way. But if you don't want to go that way, try this way.
And one more thing to remind you before we leave. If you would like to read your work aloud again after we say goodbye, please feel free to read it aloud over and over. And here's a little tip. When you're reading it aloud, if you feel the urge to revise as you go improvisationally with your spoken word, experiment with that. See where that takes you as well, because the spoken word is as much a part of the composition process and the writing process as the pen onto the paper. And the last thing, we encourage you to avoid the keyboard. Avoid the keyboard. Do all this longhand, and then take it to the keyboard after you create some mess and some imaginative material to work with.
We're not the only writers who say that. It's actually extraordinary how many of the writers whose names you would know and recognize and the writers you would admire generate their material first with pen or even pencil on paper.
Yeah. So, a few tips for you as you move into your week or wherever you are in the world. So lean into it, take notes, write some things down, and enjoy where you are. And we hope you come back sometime soon.
We hope so. Thank you for coming today.